I am so glad you came to join me with Sewing with T. I just want to let you know a couple of things about me as far as in how I got started. Many people want to know, how I got started, and I get that question a lot. So now I can tell them, go to the YouTube video. Well, I got started when I was a little girl. I used to dress up my dolls. And when I ran out of dolls, I always had like the lotion bottles, the deodorant bottles, and I had like, just anything that I could use, to be a part of my doll world. And I would put tissue, bathroom tissue. I would take the pieces and make clothing for them. Okay, that's easy to do because you're tearing off the pieces. And that was my first way of doing it. And then when I did not have any of those, I used Kleenex or paper towels. So my mother went through a lot of paper products in our home via me. Okay, because of me. Okay, so that was my beginning. After that, my mother took on a class where she was trying to learn how to sew. And in her learning how to sew, she made a short jumpsuit for my sister and myself. My sister's was purple, mine was green, and they had the gingham fabric, and I really liked it because I thought it was cute. And so, we just enjoyed it. And so I saw her make that, and then she also made my father a house coat. And so, and watching her doing that kind of built up my interest even more. And I learned how to use the needle and thread so I can sew something, for a doll, that kind of thing. So I used the scraps, to make, certain things. And so after that, I continued, sewing with the needle and thread. But when I got to like the 7th grade, I was introduced to home economics. And in home economics, that's where I learned how to sew on a sewing machine. And Miss Anderson and Miss Fairley did that. But so I believe it was like half the year we did cooking, half of the year we did sewing. Okay, so in sewing, I enjoyed it, and I did a pillow, a lip shaped like a lip pillow, and we also did shorts, and I think I did a shirt as well for my mother and my father. I used to come after school to do that, and from that, I continued to sew into the 2nd year. But the 2nd year, because they only gave it 1 year, the 2nd year I came in as an assistant to Miss Anderson, and that was the way that I could continue sewing because I really, really enjoyed it, and I was trying to figure out how I can get into her class, and that's how she let me in her class. And the 2nd year was to be an assistant, a student assistant, so I enjoyed that. And I just got to sew, and then we entered into competitions with a club with Future Homemakers of America. That was a club that we had after school, and I entered into competitions with that, and I did pretty good. I didn't win the state only because I didn't know about finishings, but it's okay because I had a godmother that took me under her wings. And after I was so disappointed of not winning, she took me under her wings, and she was teaching me everything when it came to finishings, details, when it came to weddings, prom dresses. She did some of everything. And so being under her tutelage, I enjoyed it. I used to go to her house like after school. I run her house. tell you. And then, you know, I go get my homework done, come back to her house, and, you know, get stuff done. You know, just to sew. I enjoyed it. It was times that we used to sew, and I would sew like late at night, and I would try to get home before my daddy got home from work. Sorry, Dad. But I would spend the whole night over there sewing and be ready for school next day. You know, just I really enjoyed sewing, and so that's where, you know, I started. You know, with that, I did go to school after 12th grade. I went to a Balder Fashion School, and I did that for about 2 years, and I got my AA degree, and I learned more about, you know, fashion, and I came back home, and after I came back home, I learned about alterations through Nico McGee and Altamont Alterations. And that was my beginning to learning about alterations. She was so kind to take me under her wings to learn that world. And then my godmother and myself, we eventually went into business after I was sewing for Ruby Loop Alterations. We then took that business and we ran with it for maybe about 1.5 years. So that was my beginnings when it came to sewing, and I have been sewing ever since, whether it was alterations or custom making. I have been doing that, and on and off through the years, you know, I've tried to stop completely, but I have people that will not let me stop at all. Okay, Talisa, can you sew that? Talisa, can you hear me? Yeah, I cannot stop. Okay, it's just it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. So with this gift, now that I realize it's a gift, I take this gift and I want to teach others so that they can take it and run with it. And this is like my passion now, just to make sure that, you know, you have all the tools you need to be successful in learning how to sew. So I'm going to do all that I can, and if you have any questions, you know, comments out there, please, you know, let me know, you know, what's on your heart, because, you know, if I can teach it, I will. If I can't, I'll refer you. I am going to do my best to make sure you have the tools that you need to be successful and help enhance what's already in you. Okay, so I hope you enjoy the videos. I appreciate you for being here, and thank you so much for sewing with T.